Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, good morning. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is a Thursday, June 20th, 2024, and I am back in the U.S. and glad to be with you. We had a few hiccups there while I was traveling. We weren't able to do the live trades, and I was also not able to send out the overnight trade setups. But I'm back and everything should be working. So with that, let's jump into it. We at Forex Smart Trade have some simple but highly accurate proprietary indicators that make trading very profitable. And my goal is to show you this morning is to show you one of the various trade strategies that we have. We have about a dozen, and when we train you, we will customize a trade plan that allows you to kind of takes advantage of your availability to trade and your risk preferences. So I'm going to show you one this morning, and our goal is one, to make some money, and two, for it to be educational. So with that, let's get going. We first need to listen to this guy, and then we'll see what the market has for us.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the, we've got multiple secret sauces that make our program work very well. One of which is that we do these live trade sessions where an experienced trader comes online and walks through what their analysis is. So you learn by watching, by listening to what he has to say, and that gives you the ability to replicate it. I do 3 live trades a week, the Tuesday and Thursday morning, and the Monday afternoon, and generally every day I do we send out a trade that I'm taking overnight. With a little video so that you can watch it and see how I've figured it out. And then when you become a member, though, you get access to many more live trades. Generally, there's one every morning at 10 a.m. There's one every afternoon at 6 p.m. And then we've got just other group learning sessions. So we are constantly training, coaching, working on the fundamentals. It's by understanding the fundamentals and remaining grounded in those that you get better. I have a little checklist that I use that helps me kind of make sure I'm not missing anything. And I find that the older I get a little forgetful on things, absent-minded. So I've got a little checklist that just helps me make sure I'm not missing anything. Every day I like to restart the green charts. clears up the memory, picks up any updates. One habit that I think is one of the best habits you can have is kind of a daily review of the activities of the day, specifically what was going according to plan and what didn't, and recentering your efforts on what you should be doing. And with respect to trading, that's taking a look at the trades that didn't go the way you wanted and trying to understand why. And our indicator has a simulator on it, which not only allows you to back test, but it lets you go back to a specific time and see what the chart was saying when you took the trade. And I find it very helpful to try to figure out why things didn't go as we wanted. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are good at telling us what's going to happen. But the news does impact currency trading, and we want to know what news items, scheduled news items, are coming up so that we can kind of trade around them. I like to find out the news items at the forexfactory.com. They simplify it and break news down into three categories: yellow, which is low impact; orange, which is medium impact. I ignore the yellows. I also ignore the oranges, but you can, some people do pay attention to them. And the reds, these red guys, I want to trade around. And this morning, we've got some news coming up on the pound at 7 a.m. And then at 8:30 a.m., we've got some news on the USD on unemployment claims. Generally, I don't like to trade within 2 hours of these windows because people who are connected get access to the information a little bit beforehand and start trading on, and it starts to move the market before the indicators can pick up that the market's being moved because of a news item. So this morning we will avoid trading on the pound and the USD. We will still look at them. Just part of what we do this morning is just to help you identify, to learn how to identify what a good trade looks like. And the indicator or the signal I'm going to use is something called the 10-point trade signal. I trade it off of a 1 hour chart, but you can trade it off of a longer chart or a 30-minute chart. I like to be about halfway into it for the indicator to start forming. On a 1 hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. We are going to trade within the support and resistance of the current band of support and resistance. And we do that because we want to get in and get out. And when we try to cross those bands, either on the high end or the low end, it takes longer to do. So one of the ways I reduce my risk is by getting in and out quickly. My sweet spot tends to is 11 pips. If I can carve 11 pips out 3 times a day, I am doing very, very well. And the strategy is basically to get lines from all 3 sections of the chart to go in the same direction. And if we can do that, we've got a good trade. So let's see what we've got this morning. The chart we're going to trade off of is the light 6 major. It's one of our standard charts. And it is a composite chart. It is showing us 6 different currency pairs, all US based on this first chart. And Australian dollar, US dollar. I'm going to start with the middle section of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. So I'm looking for situations where we are oversold and the lines are going up. Or this horizontal blue line is the overbought line, that we are overbought. The lines are up here and pointing down. So right now we're kind of in the middle of the channel. All the lines are pointing up, telling us buy. I like it when we're starting down here. This is potentially something you could trade against. The green line is less than halfway. I will consider a trade that's less than halfway. I like to look at the steepness of the green line. It's greater than 45 degrees, and I like that the green line kinked, and we went from it was going up here, but it's less than 45 degrees. It kinked and went from less steep to more steep. So I like when I see that. I would then normally jump up to the TNTs. There are 4 lines up here, 2 orange lines and 2 blue lines. 2 orange lines are going up. I'm going to count how many lines are supporting what I'm seeing here. So this is a buy. So the 2 orange lines are saying buy. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes down, that means buy. And here we've got the thick blue going down. So 3 of the 4 lines are telling me buy. So it passes that test. I need at least 3 of the 4 telling me buy. And then on the pressure, I want both lines going up or the green line on top. Here I've got the sideways pressure, green line's going up, red line's going down, but the green line is on top and the green line is going up. So I've got 7 points, 1 point here, 3 points here, 3 points here. Now, normally I would then go to the next step, which is to confirm this. I'm not going to confirm it because we're not going to trade the USD this morning. Not going to trade the USD this morning. The one thing I don't like is that we've been kind of sideways for 3 or 4 hours before it turned. But I would still probably go. I would still probably confirm this to see to get the confirmation, and then maybe look at where the support and resistance are. But I'm not going to do that because I want to save our time to see if we can find a trade that we can actually take. Euro USD, my favorite pair. So here we've got a nice signal, oversold, everybody going up, double cross. Green line is just passing the halfway mark, so I will consider that. Terrific steepness on the green line. This steepness is better than this steepness. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines going down. So all 4 telling us buy. And then when we jump down to the pressure, we've got down pressure, very weak down pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the lines. The green line's almost flat, and the space between the lines. The closer the lines, the stronger the signal. So, but we do have green on top, so we've got a point here, 3 points here, and 4 points here. But again, we're going to pass. We're going to pass because it's news related right now, or we don't. We've got that news item coming up, and I don't know how it's going to impact this. I would rather, everybody's got kind of a different strategy or risk profile or preference. I'd rather avoid a trade. I'd rather take less trades that I'm more confident are going to hit than just trying to wish a trade to go. So even though I've got the signal because of the news item, that's an ixnay. Pound USD, oversold. Everybody's going up, double cross. Now I don't like this because I don't like when we've kinked and the kink goes from more steep to less steep. So we're less than halfway. We've got everybody going up. So we've got the first part of the signal, but this kink bothers me. Now the green line is still sloped better than 45 degrees, but I would pass on this because the kink tells me that it's kind of running out of gas. Dollar Canadian dollar overbought. Everybody's going down. I've got the double cross where the red line's on top and the black line's on top. Those are the 3 elements. 1, we're overbought. 2, all the lines are going the same direction. And 3, we've got that double cross. The green line now is better than 45 degrees. Just a minute ago, it wasn't. So it's fluttering a little bit. So again, we also have the kink. We're going from more steep to less steep. I don't like when the kink is in the reverse direction of what we're trying to do. Dollar Swiss franc. overbought. All the lines are going down, but the steepness on the green line is less than 45 degrees. So I would pass on that. I also don't like it when the majors have been hanging out in a certain place for a while. So here the majors are hanging out overbought for the last 3 hours. I like to see the green line closer to entering the channel. Dollar yen overbought. Everybody's going down. The double cross, blacks on top, reds on top. The steepness is probably about 45 degrees. So we've got 3 points here. Thing I don't like is that the green line is so far away from entering the channel. So 3 points here, 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue coming up, so 3 points here. And strong up pressure, but the red is on top. So a point here. So we do have the trade set up here. If we didn't have that news item, of these charts, I think I like this one the best. Because I'm not going to take multiple USD trades. I'm going to take the best one that I've got set up. So I've cloned this chart. Let's go on and see what else we've got. Euro pound. We also have news on the pound. So we are going to probably avoid this. Oversold, everybody's going up, double cross, greens on top, grays on top. Green line is just at the halfway mark. Good steepness on the green line, going from less steep to more steep. So the kink's going right. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines coming down. So all 4 here. And the green line is, we've got sideways pressure. The green line's going up, red line's going down. And the green is just about on top. Oh, now the green line's going down here. So this is just about there. This is a little questionable on the pressure here. I'd like to see the green line a little bit more on top. But we're going to pass because there's a news item on the pound. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, oversold. Everybody's going up. Euro Canadian dollar. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Terrific steepness on the green line. Looks like we do have a little kink where it's going the wrong direction, but I will overlook that for now. So 3 points here. 2 orange lines going up. 2 blue lines coming down. So all 4 here. And down pressure. Weak down pressure with the green on top. So 1 point here, 3 points here. Green line's just at the halfway mark, and 4 points here. So Euro Canadian, we've got a buy. My confirmation is to take a look at what's going on the 2 FUD. So this is what we were just looking at. So rather than be a composite chart, this chart is just showing me the Euro Canadian dollar, but for multiple time periods. So the 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour, and day. So my confirmation is I want to see that the euro on the 2 hour that were oversold, and on the 4 hour were oversold. Now here the majors didn't, they touched oversold and they've turned. They touched oversold. Green line is turned. I'd rather see this all the way down, but I will consider the turn that we've got here, even though it's not oversold. And the reason I want both of these oversold is that if this signal weakens on the 1 hour chart, I will still pick the trade up eventually off of the 2 or the 4 hour chart. It's just going to take longer to happen. So like on a 1 hour chart, it's going to take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours for this to manifest itself through the channel. On a 2 hour chart, it's going to take between 2 and 6 hours to go from here to here to get the trade. It's not perfect, but I'll accept it. Then what I want to do is I need to figure out how much this trade is worth. So on some of our trades, it's predetermined. If you see, A and B, the trade's worth 3 pips or 5 pips. On other trades, you need to figure out what the trade is worth. And this is one of those trades where you need to figure it out. So to figure it out, I need to look at a clean chart. And a clean chart is a chart that just has the candlesticks on it. And before we came on, I went ahead, that signal was there. So I went ahead and dropped in support and resistance. Support and resistance are where the candles seem to naturally stop. So here, stopping here, stopping here, stopping here, over here. On this line, it kind of stopped in here, and you can see the wicks are kind of touching here, stopped in here, stopped in here. And then down here, it stopped a bunch over here. And these wicks seem to have come down to here. So I am going to trade within this channel here because I don't want it to get up and bounce and have to wait longer to get in and get out. So I'm going to take what the market gives. So when I looked before, we had about 5 pips. Now, normally I am not going to consider a trade unless we can get at least 10 pips out of it. So I'm just changing this. Come on. Pulling back a little bit. So it's about, if you look up in the top left, 6.9 pips from where we are. A little bit actually more than 6.9 now. It's closer to, come on. It's closer to 8 pips. So let's take a look. Let me look at the signal again. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and oversold. Everybody's going up. The kink here is a little more visible now. The slope has decreased a little bit. Generally, I don't like that. You know what? I'm going to hold off a second. Let's just see if there's anything else before we take this. We've still got 7 minutes. Let's see if there's anything better before we go ahead and pull the trigger on this. So the Euro Canadian dollar is what we were just looking at. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, overbought going up. And here's a case you can see you could have gotten 10 pips on overbought and taking a buy. I just generally don't like to do it because I don't want to get stuck taking the trade and the signal turning. Because when it's overbought, there's more of a chance that it's going to start going down than continuing up. Overbought, we don't have everybody going down. Euro, Australian dollar, we don't have agreement between the majors and minors. Canadian dollar, yen, over, we don't have agreement. Euro, New Zealand dollar. We are more than halfway. The green line's more than halfway through the channel. So I don't know how much more gas there is in it to get the 11 pips I'd like to get. Pound New Zealand dollar hasn't quite turned. We don't have agreement. New Zealand dollar yen overbought. Everybody is going down. We want well, we don't have enough steepness here on the green line. Well, I guess it is just at 45 degrees. Just at 45 degrees. Now, the problem here is the time difference. We're trading on a 1 hour chart, and it's 12 hours difference in New Zealand. So I want it to be active trading, so it's at night in both New Zealand and Japan. So because it's not actively trading, if one of them were, I would consider the trade, but since both of them aren't, even though I have the signal, because it's not active trading, it's going to take longer for the signal to happen because there's less pressure behind it. So we'll pass there. New Zealand dollar US. This is a nice signal here. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Good slope on the green line. We get the positive and the kink. Just entering the channel. 2 orange lines going up. 2 blue lines going down. And the green line has just crossed over. But again, we get that news item, so we're going to pass. Euro Swiss franc. We don't have agreement with the majors and minors. So we have a trade. I'm just going to wait. We still have a few minutes here to take it. We're almost overbought. So don't have agreement. Don't have agreement. Oversold. Everybody's going down. Don't have everybody going down here. Don't have everybody going down here. So let's go back to our this guy. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a buy. A buy. You can take it in your simulator. And I just want to look one more time at how many pips we're going to take. So we've got about 8 pips. All right, we're going to take 8 pips. So I'm going to go to my MetaTrader. This is a demo account. And we are taking on the Euro Canadian dollar. I don't have that open, so I'm going to go to a file. New chart. It's going to probably be down in this third group here. So we're looking for Euro Canadian dollar. Right here. I am going to make it a 1 hour chart. So we're looking at the same thing we were looking at before. Oh, we've got about 3/4 of a pip spread for 8 pips. I guess that's all right. So I'm going to go to new order. My lot size is a function of how much is in the account. I'm going to move the decimal place over 4 spots. So that's 1.24. I'm going to round up. So I can take anywhere from half of that to double it. I'm just going to take the 1.24. Market buy. And then I'm going to right click on it. Go to modify. And this 8 pips is 80 points. You just add an extra 0. I press the little blue button and it's going to do the math for me here. And we're going to use a 3-to-1, so 24 pips for a stop loss. 24 pips is 240 points. Click the little red line, modify. And I just want to double check. I want to double check. I am going to pull this down just a little bit because I want it to hit these two lines. I want it to be in the candle. So I want it to be in the actual base of the candle here. So with that, we took a buy for 8 pips on the Euro Canadian dollar with a take profit of 1.47178. That's 1.47178 and a stop loss of 1.46870. Stop loss of 1.46870. And this, I expect this to close in the next 1 to 3 hours. Go back and take one more look. Okay, so it's continuing to push up. All right, I like it. I think we made a good trade this morning. If you want to, I've been trading about 5 years. It has been life-changing for me. The best thing I ever did. I wish I figured it out, knew about it 20, 25 years ago. But you have to start where you're at. And the best way to learn anything is to find somebody who's already good at it and try to get them to teach you most efficient, most effective way. It'll get you to success faster. So that's exactly what we do. And we're so confident in how well we do it. We offer guarantee, and that is that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So it's a win-win for everybody. We make some money off of training you, and you have created. You get to use our capital to trade with. All right. Thanks so much. I will see you this afternoon when I do this afternoon's live, or when I do this afternoon's trade setup. All right. Have a terrific day. And if you've got any questions or anything, just get on my calendar and we will talk. Bye-bye.